but I feel like this Yankees team is special. And I've said this to many people now. The Yankees either lose in the wild card game or they win the championship.
So that's why I have the Mavs winning in 7, and then Luka's just going to be Luka.
And you can quote this on me. There is no way the Orioles or Red Sox make the playoffs this season. Yeah, yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
And then the Oilers versus the Jets. Jets haven't been playing well. Oilers, you got a great offense with Connor McDavid. So I have them sweeping them.
I have the Twins winning the division. I just think this team can hit it. I think they did the most home runs in a season ever in 2019. They were just edging out the Yankees at the end of the season.
Yeah, and as a Cowboys fan, I have learned how dangerously good Aaron Rodgers has been with he can just thread a pass.
I just feel like the Wild are going to win this series also in 7 games.
It was really difficult, but I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. I like the addition of Anthony Edwards. They brought back Ricky Rubio. The Cardinals, I just don't think they do it. What's up, y'all? Happy Halloween. This is our another Happy Halloween episode. And that screaming is why we are doing a Halloween episode. Austin, speaking of screaming, let's talk about the favorite Halloween movie.
Started out with the favorite Halloween movie. This one's tough because there's a lot of really good ones. And do you want to do like a classic that's not really all that scary, like Hocus Pocus, or do you want to do something that's a lot more involved, scary movie like The Shining? I don't really know. My favorite movie to watch around Halloween time, because you always have to watch a scary movie on Halloween, or at least around then, to help with the mood, set everything. Halloween was always my favorite holiday for a while there. The neighborhood I used to live in went all out, and it was always so fun and watching all that stuff. But I'm gonna say The Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm not gonna go the scary movie route. I'm gonna go with the classic movie route, and that movie defined my childhood. And for me, being someone who loves Halloween, I feel like it completely embodies Halloween to a kid.
Okay. I feel Halloween. I don't know if you saw the message or the group chat we're both in. I feel Halloween is overrated.
Yeah, that just means that your childhood was dull in that.
No, it was fun when I was a child because you get free candy. But now, I just don't get why it gets a month and Thanksgiving gets like a week. Barely gets a week. People are like, I just don't get the Thanksgiving. I don't get why people don't like Thanksgiving when it's just eating food, which Halloween is also eating food and dressing up.
It's the dressing up part. It's the fact that you get to see people that you normally don't see. It's the dressing up in really good costume. It's really the movies. It's to get yourself scared. The Nightmare Before Christmas obviously wouldn't get me scared, but it was that's a good Christmas movie too. And there's a huge argument whether it's a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie or both, and I would say both because they are both involved greatly in it. But if you're gonna go scary movie route, if we do both like original and scary, the scary movie I always watch is The Shining, just because that's a classic, and it's one of the few movies that actually still gets my blood pumping. A lot of those scary movies that are only scary, quote unquote, because of jump scares, I may move back, I may react to the jump scare, but I'm not actually physically scared. It's just a reaction from our primal state. But what about you? What is your favorite Halloween movie?
Well, so I don't have many Halloween movies, except I do like the Scream movies. Like I have seen Shining, never gonna do it again. Maybe next year I'll watch Halloween. I get physically scared, and if I hear it before I go to sleep, it's not gonna be fun. I heard the Halloween theme music while I was walking back, and I like freaked out when I got to my house. So I started shooting it everywhere to make sure Michael Myers wasn't there, even though I haven't seen Halloween. But I'll go Scream as favorite movie. I watched a new one when it came out, and then I watched the old one, and I really like both of those because they're really good. And to me, like you were talking about jump scares, they seem to like play on the tropes of Halloween movies. So that's my pick. But I also wonder if the Batman counts if it's a Halloween movie.
It's like saying Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
I haven't seen Die Hard, but I feel I could argue it's a Christmas movie. So I can argue that the Batman is a Halloween movie.
Why?
So I can't remember. Does it happen during Halloween time?
I think they do one. I remember watching a Batman movie. I know you've watched this, the Halloween Ends movie. That like they do one every season. Like yeah, I know you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but I know of that one, but I don't know if that one, the Batman, the actual like physical one, is during the Halloween season or not.
Okay,
The Halloween End ones.
That one's a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, so that was a little primer, but now we're doing Trick or Treat. Austin has 4 names, 1 from each league: NBA, NHL, NFL, NBA. Because I said MLB first, correct? Austin, did I get them all?
Yeah, sure. I wasn't paying attention. I was assuming you knew the leagues.
Well, yeah, it's just it's all the leagues we covered. Just letting you know. I just want to make sure I named them all. So Austin, I'll let you go first.
So we'll start off with MLB. I'll hit close to home to start out. So an easy one. Trick or Treat, Nate Lowe.
Oh, okay. That's not who I thought you were going to do. Okay.
He hit over 300 this season. He was very good offensively. Is this a one-off, or do you see him continuing his batting prowess?
His batting prowess. I'll go Treat.
So you think he's going to keep it up, which means you think the Rangers should keep him?
Yes, I think the Rangers will keep him, and I think he'll do better. I think he'll do good. He'll do well offensively. Defensively is where I'm confused. And I just don't see a potential replacement for Nate Lowe. That would be a better option.
That's possible. Like, technically, this year, Rizzo's a free agent. But I don't necessarily think Rizzo would go to Texas.
Yeah, and I don't... If I'm Texas, which I hope they do, is just spend money on starting pitchers. Because I like our position players. Just spend money on starting pitchers. Which leads me to my question. Trick or Treat, Martin Perez.
Wow, that's a tough one. Older player, career year. I'm going to say Trick, and this is why. I don't feel like it is sustainable for him to keep that up, especially with the pass he had before this past season. It's going to be tough, and I feel like some of the rules that are coming in are going to hurt pitching. Therefore, the shift is gone. So I feel like ERA is bound to go up. I just don't think he's going to have a year statistically close to this. He's still going to be a quality starter, but I don't feel like his statistics will match this season even close.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, I still want the Rangers to sign him, but that's a different thing. So I'll go now, and I'll do NBA. This one's also close to home. Trick or Treat, Jalen Brunson.
Oh, this is tough. I'm going to say Treat because I feel like it's very possible that he keeps up the stats that he did last season, his performance last season, but I don't know if he gets better. And I feel like a lot of people with the Knicks are expecting him to be something that he wasn't with the Mavs. But I feel like he could keep up his Mavs output. So I'm going to say Treat.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I disagree. I just think if you have a player like Luka, like if you have a top 5 player in the NBA, then Brunson works. But I do agree New York Knicks aren't going to like him. But what's your player?
Mine's DeJounte Murray. DeJounte averaged 21, 9, and 8 last season. Trick or Treat.
Ooh. Dang. That one's tough. I'm going to go Treat. I think he's going to be the primary facilitator. on the Hawks, so I think he'll still do well defensively. Probably won't get as many rebounds because of Capella. But I do think points wise, I think he'll do as well. Maybe not as 28, but I still think
It wasn't 28. It was 21.
21.
8. It's 21, 9, and 8 were his stats. 21 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. And he also led the NBA in steals with 2.
Yeah, I think defensively he's still going to do great because that's, in my opinion, that's why he brought Dejounte Murray to the Hawks, because Trae Young is terrible defensively. So at least you have one guard defensively. So yeah, I'll stick Treat with him.
Sounds good. So it's back to me again, and I'm hitting home quickly again. We're going NHL. Trick or treat. Jake Ottinger.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Treat.
You think he can keep up his stellar performance from last year?
Yeah, I think I think he's really done well, and I think he will keep it up. I don't see anything that would make me think otherwise.
Okay.
So I'll go to my NHL, and it is Nazem Kadri.
Kadri had a lot of good years before this one, but he did have a much better playoffs. He had always struggled in the playoffs, and he was always someone who was unreliable come crunch time. It's that's a tough one because you have to assume that he's going to gain confidence, and he obviously got a huge contract out of it. But maybe he just did that because it was a contract year. But I'm going to say treat, because I believe he will continue the playoff success if he gets back there. But it's really close because I honestly believe that he could revert back to where he was before, where he was consistently getting suspended and not playing well in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I think he will do well. Yeah, that's mostly because of the playoffs. But now we'll get to the NFL. And you can veto this one, and I have a backup option. Jalen Hurts, trick or treat.
Wow. I'm going to say trick, and this is why. I feel like the way he is playing, his structure is not something that can be sustained. We saw Lamar this year struggling to win games. And while Lamar is still really good, it's not the same as his MVP season. And I feel like after this year, Jalen Hurts is going to be figured out, as they always figure out. And I don't know if he has the facilities to adjust. So I'm going to say trick.
Okay. And that fits the criteria, trick or treat?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's definitely this year having a breakout season. I don't think many people expected him to be as good as he has been. So, yeah, I would say so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I thought he was going to be a limitation on the Eagles, but he's really just doing well, and that's why the Eagles are undefeated.
Yeah, it's really been outstanding from the Eagles. I could not have predicted it. But I'm going to go to mine, and mine's a rookie. So, will they continue throughout their career? Unfortunately, they just got hurt. They were on my fantasy team for weeks, but I'm going Breece Hall. Trick or treat.
I'm going to go treat. I think he's a great running back, and I think it just took him time for him to get used to the NFL, but yeah, I think he's going to keep it up whenever he gets back.
Okay. You went 4 treats. I went 2 tricks, 2 treats.
Oh, wow. Can't believe it. Dang, 4 treats. I'm glad I got you. I'm like, man, that's a tough decision 4 straight times.
Yeah, they were definitely better than I expected. But it's hard to say. We both had 2 Dallas players, or Texas for one of them. But I'm going to consider that Dallas because it's in the Dallas area.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's all we got. I hope y'all have had a great Halloween and get a ton of candy, because that's, I think, that's why I enjoyed Halloween. I get a bunch of Reese's and Kit Kats. So thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions, and make sure to check out all our other videos.